Did you ever find yourself in a foreign country, all alone, feeling lost and confused? For a moment, imagine leaving your culture or your hometown. You're pushed into a new environment. You're doing your best to communicate, but none of the locals seem to understand what you're saying. You become irritable because everything is different and you can't bridge the gap. Sometimes you can't even conceptualize it because it's hard to understand where you stand without a frame of reference. Hello everyone, my name is Andrea, and in this video I wanted to talk to you about the unifying phenomenon of culture shock and the highs and lows that come with moving to a new country. But first, let me tell you a quick story. It was the fall of 2011. My dad and I packed up the car and began the drive to my new school. Do you know that feeling you have when you're so nervous that you almost feel nauseous? Yep, that's exactly how I felt that day. When we arrived, I unpacked all of my things in a hurry. It was only after we had finished organizing everything that it really hit me. This was my new home. My dad was about to leave, and I was going to be alone in this strange new place. Questions swirled in my mind. Will I be okay? Do I even feel safe here? What will my roommate be like? Will we get along? Overwhelmed by these thoughts, I started crying. Was moving halfway across the world to attend college a good idea? Did I just make a huge mistake? Don't get me wrong, I was extremely grateful to have the opportunity to go to college in the US. I truly wanted to be there. No one forced me. I was grateful, but it felt overwhelming at times. With each new interaction, I was constantly reminded that I am not in Romania anymore. The situation that I described is a perfect example of culture shock. What exactly is culture shock, you might ask? Let me read a small portion of a paragraph from my first book called The Immigrant Journey: How to Make the Most of Your Life in a New Country. Culture shock comes from us having a hard time letting go of our own customs and traditions. Sometimes we insist on bringing our old selves to a new place, and yet we still don't understand why things aren't clicking like they did back home. The problem is that we bring our old ways of doing things into a new environment, and we are met with pushback in ways that we've never considered before. We're so used to doing things a certain way or seeing things a certain way that once we find ourselves in a new place, we can't seem to let go of the past. Now that you've heard my story, I want to know more about yours. Did you ever experience culture shock? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.